absolutely wonderful, Pearl. And listen, I'd like to be the first. As a good friend, man, congratulations for being monetized. I could not, honestly, I could not be happier. I just looked over the balcony to Dev. I was like, look, man, dude, Pearl got monetized. She was like, yes. So how does it feel? How did it happen? What happens from here?
Well, it feels great, and I want to tell all my haters to suck it. Yeah, I want to start by saying, let me hold on. This is my webcam.
Okay.
I want to say suck it, Abba and Preach.
Yes.
Suck it, NPR. I know you're pals with Rolo, but suck it to you too.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Get the get back.
I want to say everyone that celebrated when I got demonetized, screw you.
Yes.
Screw you.
Yes.
And suck it.
Hell, dude, I'm going to give you a Don DeMarco for that. Everybody can suck it. Everybody can suck it. Love that. Love that. Love that. All the haters can go eat shit, man.
Yeah,
because
I'll be here forever. I love you too.
Listen, you always said I'm not going anywhere. You can't get rid of me.
You can't get rid of me. So
this is awesome.
And there's a certain someone, I won't name names, but he said for years I'll be gone by the end of the year. And guess who's still here, bitches?
Guess who's still here? Wasn't that Rolo who said you'd be gone by the end of the year?
I don't want to get people in the middle, but
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'm just putting it out there.
But anyways, how did I do it? So I have an art of abandoning the sinking ship.
Okay.
So I want to explain this concept. So I have a vegan guitar teacher.
Oh, wow.
And we're the most unlikely of friends. He is an animal rights activist. He's a great guy. And I've known his family my whole life. So they're like these high IQ, like half of the kids were valedictorians and of the classes. Yeah. We went to a smaller high school and middle school.
Okay.
So they're like a giant Italian family, okay?
Okay.
And they're very good cook. They're like one of those people that are good at everything. You know those kids where it's they just go in, they're the music,
sports, music, art. They're just good at everything they do.
Yeah, his sister was a valedictorian and the best on the volleyball team.
Wow.
He was an amazing music. He went and did finance for a decade and killed it there. Wow. And he quit that to do music because that was his path. They're just this amazing family, right?
Okay.
But now, he did, which is shocking that he was a vegan animal rights protester.
Yeah, right. Listen, we all have flaws, right? We all have flaws.
Yeah, no, we can't be perfect, right?
Right.
But we're friends. I joke about this.
Good.
So anyway, he, I was at a guitar lesson the other day, and I said, okay, let's say, what would it take for you to vote for Trump? So in his head, Trump is this evil guy,
of course,
right? And in his worldview, Trump is this guy that's killing the environment. He wants the pipeline. This is the opposite. And I said,
he's the devil.
How much more money a month would you have to make in order for you to say, screw my veganism?
Ooh,
and I said,
wow.
And that's what I said. I said, the vegans, they're going down anyway. The environment's going badly.
Yep.
This is you guys aren't winning. So this is a sinking. This is a ship. Imagine a ship in the middle of the ocean and it's just sinking.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's it. And I'm you're on the boat trying to pull out the water, right?
Yes.
And this boat, it's going down, right?
Great analogy.
We gotta save this ship. And everyone's like, no, who cares? And so I said, okay, 10K a month. And he said, no. I wouldn't do it for money. I was in finance. I could have made a lot of money. And I said, okay, what about 20K a month? And he said, oh, that makes it harder. But no,
you're getting closer.
Money. And I said, okay, what about 30K a month? And I could tell he was really close. And I said, okay, 30K a month. And under Trump, he allows more investment into Broadway musicals.
There you
go.
And
now you can star in a Broadway musical in downtown Chicago with Ariana Grande.
How about that?
And he said, do you know what?
That was his price. That was his price.
That was his price. And
wow.
He said, for that number, for the, because I said, okay, maybe it's not money, but let's say you get to make money off your passion.
Okay, there you go.
And I said, okay, we take away the, but now you get to star in a really big musical because he's really into the theater stuff.
Okay, all right.
And that's the art of the sinking ship. And I applied the same thing to abortion. I said, look.
Okay.
My mom, you know the story, Donovan. My mom, I have a brother that was given up for adoption.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And I'm very pro-life. I would never in my life get an abortion. However, I think it's an evil thing. I do think it's murder. I do, like, I really
Absolutely,
do.
100%.
However, women are going to die for that right.
Yes, they are.
And I found out that 100 years ago, the birth rate or the death rate of infants was like 1 in 3, which is the abortion rate today. So my hypothesis is that the kids weren't dying, the moms were killing them back then too.
Oh my God, that is incredible. I did not know that.
Google the infant mortality rate. I'm like, that is way too close to the abortion rate today. Because you know the abortion rate's like 1 in 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Women who had an abortion. So I'm like, I bet that's now. So I applied this and I said, Trump, if tomorrow he said, you're monetized, but abortion is legal up to birth, I would say, do you know what?
He signed up, didn't he? He signed up, didn't he?
I would no, personally, me. He's a vegan activist.
Sure, of course, he's lefty.
Right? He's like legalized it. He doesn't care.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, but he views animal killing as like murder, right? So I view abortion. That's why I use that equivalent.
My God.
That's why I use the equivalent, because from my view, that's murder.
Yes.
And I'm like, but at some point, I got to think, do you know what? Women will die on the hill of killing their kids.
Yes, they will.
And there's not shit I can do about it. I'm going to, instead of taking water out of this sinking shit, I'm going to just say, you know what? I guess you're going to drown.
You know what's interesting? I've actually used that same analogy. If we, yes. Oh my God. If we, not the sinking ship analogy, but the whole children versus animals things. If we found out, if there were some breaking news story about some, the Dr. Kevorkian of veterinarians, if we found out some guy in Kansas or Ohio were aborting puppies and kittens, dude, the people would lose their ever-loving minds. They would absolutely lose their minds. There are still female sports pundits who won't work with Michael Vick because of the stuff with the dog fighting years and years ago, yet they are also pro-abortion. Right. So it's almost like we value and just like your music teacher. It's almost like he values the lives of animals more than he values, the lives of our own people. That to me is ass backwards. And I like that analogy. If you are against animal cruelty and all this good stuff, then why can't you be against ending the lives of people before they're born? It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense,
no,
right? But
no.
From their worldview, like it is what it is, right? But it's kind of like it's at some point you got to and I think the red pill, there's like articles about this, but like at some point you realize that like the laws are not going to change.
No.
The abortion's not going to change.
No.
Men's right. I mean, who knows, mate? Like if it changes, it's a bonus, but don't expect it to.
Right. Okay.
And I realized I was wasting a lot of time saying things like, I'm not going to say it on YouTube, but a certain group shouldn't vote. Let's say,
Absolutely.
Even though I'm correct on it, it's a sinking ship.
It is.
You have the right. It's never going anywhere.
There you go.
And you have to figure out how to navigate the world as it is. And I think it's kind of part of like the red pill awakening. Where at first you're like, oh, these laws are unfair. This is wrong. Like, and then you kind of like accept the world as it is, and then you say, how do we navigate it? So for example, a show I would do that would be, and I kind of wish I did less of this early in my career, but I used to be very moralistic. And I'd be like, degeneracy is wrong, Yeah, but it's not going anywhere. So a more pragmatic approach is for men to assume that women are sluts and wear a condom.
There you go. How about that?
Pragmatic.
Dude, 100%.
Don't get gonorrhea today, fellas.
No, don't do that. It's interesting. I remember when I was going through it with another content creator, I'm not going to mention their name, but my family, my channel had been reported, blah, 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 blah. I did like a crypto show, and my channel was taken down. And I remember I actually talked to Kevin. It actually happened twice. I actually talked to Kevin about it. He's like, Donovan, there's no need, like if you're going to die on a hill that you believe in. Don't die on the crypto hill. Like, you've worked your whole life to build this brand and this business. It doesn't need to be taken all away for something that you're really not that passionate about. I'm into crypto and I'm pro crypto, but that's not really my brand. And I think what you're saying is, listen, man, Noit Roba / abortion, that's not going away. It is a sinking ship. And regardless of what we say or think, the laws aren't going to change. So all we can really do is, just like you said, exist in the world the way it is.
Exactly. And that's sort of the shift I had in my content the last like 6 months to
Yeah,
a year.
absolutely.
Is I just kind of have tried to, I'm not going to say I never do it, but I try my best to move away from like a moralistic stance
Okay.
and I really try my best to just keep it, and talk about things that you can control in your own life.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. No,
like,
100%.
you can cry about degeneracy, but that's not helpful.
No, it's not.
It's not like it doesn't.
It's going to happen whether you cry about it or not. I've got a super chat here specifically for you, Pearl. SLV with the $7 super chat says, congrats, Pearl. Big W for the life saving message of RP. Carl Bennington also with the $2 super chat says, hi, Pearl. So it looks like you've got some fans here. Had a dude in here earlier, Pearl, who said, hold on. He said, forget Pearl, bro. She ruins the show.
I mean, that's okay.
Suck it.
You can tune out,
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here, brother. So how is, let me ask you this. So this obviously goes into effect on May the 12th. So a shade under 2 months from now. What are some of the things that you are doing, if anything, to prepare yourself for monetization? Are you going to, are there certain topics you're going to stay away from that? I guess you've sort of alluded to that.
Yeah.
Are you going to change the way you deliver things? Like, how's this going to change, Pearl Davis?
Luckily, in the past year, I have an app now, and you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to build an app, right?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
I don't. Ask Devin. She knows.
Yeah, I know. So luckily, we have an app now. So if there is stuff I want to cover that's off of YouTube, I can go to there. I'm monetized now, so I don't know what May 12th is, but I'm monetized.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I started making money
I saw the tweet. It says as of May the 12th, you're going to be getting rolls or whatever. But I guess so you are monetized right now, then.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
It's going to take time to make like good money because I had to delete 10,000 videos, so I think it'll take like 3 months to ramp it up. But yeah, I mean. Now I'm employed again. Thank you.
You are employed. You're no longer unemployed. You're no longer a brokey, as Andrew Tate would say. Are there things that you're going to? Is there another strategy you're going to employ? Because we were just texting about this, and you said, "Listen, I've got to follow the guidelines, et cetera, et cetera." What exactly do you mean when you say I'm going to follow the guidelines?
Okay, so what you get in trouble is you get hate speech.
Yes,
and hate speech is I cannot say. And this is using it as an example. I'm not saying this. I can't say women shouldn't do something.
Got it.
Let's say, okay.
Right.
Because that's a generalization about a group of people. I can't say Asians commit more crimes.
Right. Can't say that.
I can't say that even if
it's true.
Generalizing a group, right?
Right.
Now we know I'm not talking about the Asians.
No, you were clearly not talking about the Asians. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, yes, we remember that sound, Pearl. We remember that sound very, very well. Sorry about that.
What you can say is, Asians commit more crimes statistically, but not all. There are exceptions.
Okay.
If you say that,
then you're good.
And so that's what I've kind of gotten in the habit is I just add in a not all.
There you go. There you go.
I'm sure Trump helped. Who knows how
That was going to be my next question, Pearl. Do you think Donald Trump had anything to do with this either directly or indirectly? Because listen, we all heard the edict that he made when he took office. And it appears, dude, even my subscribers are starting to go up again. If you can believe it, is the Trump effect responsible for this? And if so, to what degree?
I can't know for sure.
Yeah.
All I can do is say under Trump, I got remonetized.
Okay, very good.
Under Biden, I was demonetized. So
wow.
Who, I don't know. I can't say.
Hey, look, man, 2 plus 2 is 4. So what's next for Pearl Davis moving forward? So you're going to continue to cover the same topics. Are you going to start interviewing women again? Is there going to be another pregame? Like, what's the plan for Pearl moving forward?
Did you see me when I was on that show with Brittany Renner and she flipped out?
I did. The one in Las Vegas. I remember you told me about that.
That was my rock bottom. I said, you know what? I'm done with these ghetto hoes. I'm done.
So no more Denalva, no more Denalva, no more the Nubian princess.
Denalva's annoying, but she's not. And if she sees this, I love you, Denalva, but you are. But she's not like trashy. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. What about the other girl, the dark skinned girl who called herself a princess? You had to actually kick her out.
No, never again.
Yeah, she was really annoying.
So I'm actually starting a platform on the Audacity Network where it's going to be very learning based, and we're gonna pay. I'll probably have you on it at some point when it's launched.
Sure.
But we're gonna pay people to come out and film some exclusive content for the platform.
Sure.
And then I'm also gonna bring on smart, intelligent, non-public facing men that I know in my personal life, and they're gonna give presentations.
How about that?
Yeah. So for example, there's a guy that makes like $300K in a certain industry. I don't want to say which because he's a private person, but on a private platform, like he's willing to give a presentation to the men on how they could achieve what he achieved. And I know a lot of guys like that are just, very intelligent, done really well for themselves, but they never would want a YouTube following.
Right.
And it's kind of investing in me because I'll be in media forever.
Yes.
So, I'm very good
like it or not.
Yeah, I'm very good at getting in touch with people. So it's going to be a one-time. We're going to launch in the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a lifetime membership. Yeah. Okay. And then basically you're going to get access to the content as long as I do it.
Oh, cool. So. Very, very cool. Well, let me get you out of here on this. Talk to me about your journey before, during, and post Red Pill Awakening. What about the Red Pill caused your curiosity? And how has it affected your life? I mean, because obviously the Red Pill has changed many, many lives. I can't think of another woman that the Red Pill community and content has changed. I've seen a complete metamorphosis by you. Talk my audience through what this whole journey, what this whole process has been like for you.
Yeah, so when I found the Red Pill a couple of years ago, I was very blue-pilled.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, and in all honesty, what sparked my curiosity was that I had failed relationships and I didn't know how to fix them.
Okay.
And there was things I never thought about doing before I got into the Red Pill.
Okay.
And I taught myself how to cook. I'm pretty neat now.
Woo, very good. Look at that.
I've been in a relationship for a while now.
Yes. So, good for you. Very happy about that.
I mean, I would just say it's tough because men don't want to coach women. They don't want to take the time, but no one's being honest with us.
Nope.
And as soon as I found the Red Pill, I was like, oh, no wonder I got dumped. That makes sense. I probably would have did the same thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And then it also made a lot of things I'd seen, like the abusive men you heard about. You realize they're not abusive.
Right.
The definition of rape. Like they would teach you that rape is like something it's completely not in schools.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I
crazy,
mean? Like
man.
they literally tell you if a guy is pushy at all with sex, which it's rape, which legally it is. So the way that men adapt is if she says no, you got to say, all right, I'll see you.
I'll see you later. Right. It's got to be like enthusiastic consent. Okay, cool. You're shaking your head. No. All right. I'm out of here.
I have a guy friend and he says he always never tries to sleep with a girl on the first date because he wants an enthusiastic yes the second date. So he'll almost hook up with her and then leave.
Wow.
And then come back.
And then she'll jump his bones.
Yeah, because he's he wants her to imagine everything.
Yes.
I'll ghost her a day or two.
Oh my God, dude.
But then I'll come back and they're always ready.
Nothing gets a girl wetter than a man ghosting her. Nothing. Again, I speak from personal experience. So you would say that has the Red Pill been a net? Because obviously when we find this community and we become content creators, we're now public facing people. Has it been worth it? I mean, just think about where you were doing just white girl reacts to rap videos, whatever case may be. It has finding the Red Pill, being in this community, getting monetized, the meteoric rise, demonetized and now monetized again. Has it been worth it for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would rather know. I'm just such a curious person.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So I would just rather know. I felt like before I was living a lie in a way
Hmm.
where, do you know when you find the red pill, you realize that the whole world is just like lying to you?
Yes, absolutely.
And who knows how I would have moved in my life had I not found it. So
Wow.
I actually am just very grateful I found it. Maybe
Very
I would have
good.
found some, I don't know, some black queen woman telling me to just that you are the prize.
Hey, look,
And
look,
maybe I
look.
would have listened to that.
Look, listen, you a white girl. Listen, you a white girl taking all their men. You didn't know?
Hey, I'm dating a Dominican now. The
Oh, there we
black
go.
pill.
There it is. There it is. So
I'm not
he's
I'm not I'm
so
not
he
dating a black guy. So
so
you guys.
all right, he's Dominican Pearl, but he is nigga adjacent, right? So you know what I'm saying? Like he's nigga adjacent. So that don't get you out of this. That don't get you out of that. You know how that goes. Last question, I promise. Last question, I promise. I'm starting to get a lot of women who are being a little bit more vocal in my chat. Most of them are very, very supportive. But I know I have a lot more women watching than I probably realize. What is your message to the women who watch my channel, Myron's channel, other Red Pill? What is just your overall message to them?
Okay, if you come from a blue pill point of view, where you had, and this is, I'm just speaking, I guess, to mine.
Okay.
Married parents, maybe boomers or Gen X, they cannot help you in the modern day.
Okay.
They can't. They mean very well.
Absolutely.
They really do, but their blue pill conditioning, it's just, they don't understand how to date in the modern day. They have
No.
blue pilled conditioning. And I just say, women, go for who you want and go for what you want. It's better to go for what you want and to fail.
Yep.
The TradCon advice is that do nothing and these guys will find you. It's not going to happen.
No.
It's, it's okay. This is going to be an out there analogy, but
Let's do it.
Brittany Renner is better than Lolo Jones because at least Brittany Renner went for what she wanted and failed. Lolo Jones didn't even play in the game.
Dude. Wow.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Wow.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
But like, there's just a lot of TradCon women that, and I'd say I identified like this as at one point, but like,
Yes.
they want to keep you afraid that everything's gonna go wrong, and and that, yeah, it's like very fear based.
Why is that? Why do you so in your mind, the mental purpose of the TradCon wife, girlfriend, whatever, is to keep you afraid that everything is going to go wrong.
Yeah, why do you think they wait till marriage to, I mean, why do you think a lot of these guys, even if they get a virgin wife like Crowder, it doesn't work? Because sex is on her terms, not his.
That's right. Yeah.
And so like a girl's more submissive if she to that guy. Unfortunately, it's just, you got to pick your best guess.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But so like the way they want to avoid pain, and they say, the girls say, in order to avoid pain, I'm just going to wait till I'm married and I'm going to find a guy to sign up for it. They don't realize that the guys that are going to sign up, they're not going to be attracted to.
No, they're
and then
not.
You get these like backwards relationships where even in the traditional conservative.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
No,
so
it makes perfect sense.
It's just the women trying to avoid pain, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like you can't, like there's just, in 2025, if you do that, you're going to get a simp. That's,
yep.
I mean,
That's the way it is.
There's a few that are lucky, and I've seen this in a lot of, like, I was pretty involved in a non-denominational church for a couple of years, and they just keep those women single. I mean, okay, they're abstinent, so maybe they're not getting an STD, but who knows? But like, let's go with, they're so socially awkward that you kind of believe them, to be honest. But okay. you'd have to. But okay, they're abstinent, but they're not getting into a relationship, and they just stay single till they're 40. I've seen it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They would call into Kevin Samuel's show, and he's like, I mean, if you're not a virgin, you're gonna have to give it up. Like,
yeah, straight up.
And if you are, that might not even work. Like, I know. How long is a guy really gonna wait?
Right. And I've told women this too. And every once in a while I'll get a woman in my chat. Okay, Donovan, I'm seeing this guy and I haven't given it up to him yet, but he's pressuring me for sex and blah, 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 blah. What do I do if he's sleeping with other girls? I mean, what else can you do? You know what I mean? And here's the thing. If a man meets a verified virgin, and just like we both can acknowledge, there's no way you can verify if a woman is a virgin or not, but
blowing.
You know what I mean? But let's just Right. But let's just assume for the sake of argument, she really is a virgin and she meets the man of her dreams and she wants to wait. She wants to wait for marriage. And what I advise these women is he is not going to not talk to you. Yes, he is having sex with other girls because he's respecting you and not having sex with you. But it's just like you said, and I will never ever forget our conversation. You said, Donovan, I have gone through an ego death. You've gone through an ego death. You're like, I don't have an ego anymore. I know what I want. I know who I want. I know how I want it. I'm going to put my ego to the side. A lot of these virginal women have these exorbitant egos. They think that they're God's greatest gift, to men. Lolo Jones, she was 36 years old and a virgin. Nobody wants a 36, 40-year-old virgin. And so talk to me a little bit, and I know I keep asking questions, but talk to me a little bit about your definition of the ego death, because I think one of the main reasons that a lot of women are single is because they have these ridiculous egos.
Yeah, well, one, the virgins, they think that's all they have to do. Like, would you rather have a bitch that's a virgin or a nice girl with like a 5 body count? I mean, I think you would go, why do you think these hoes get married? Like, why do you think Riley Reid gets married? Because they pay attention to what men want.
No, you're 100%.
And there's no incentive for the virgin to do it because they have the leverage, because they have the sex.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, there's just a certain point. Like, I mean, when my boyfriend met me, he was talking to a girl that was a virgin. He lost interest.
Right. See, there you go. There you go.
Like, it's going to be tough in 2025. I don't really see them winning. I don't really see guys like that's so much leverage that you're going to have over him, and you can't give up your leverage before the wedding. Like, you're going to have leverage the rest of his life, and you're going to stop. I mean, simps will sign up for that, if I'm being honest.
Yes, but simps are not what these women want, no matter how pure they are. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
And like, what does it matter if you get married later? Like, if you're a good woman, like it's not the waiting till marriage that's bad. It's you leaving.
Wow.
Like, that's the bad. Like, if you hook up with your high school boyfriend and never leave him and get married in 10 years, does it matter?
No, doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I mean, who's more pure? The woman who like Hillary Crowder, who waited. Like,
right. And now exactly.
But that's the, and it stunts, like, because you have to understand, you have like urges or whatever when you're like pretty young.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not normal to wait. Like, usually if the girl's like 20 over, I'll be generous and say 22.
Okay.
Something's wrong. She's got a low sex drive, or like
something happened.
Yeah. Blown a bunch of people.
Yes. She's blown a bunch of people, or maybe took it in the ass, because we got a lot of girls out here that take it in the ass, but then, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You want me to believe that from 14 to 22, you've been having, let's say 14 is when you first start thinking, which it comes earlier for some, but let's say 14.
Of course, right.
18, that's 4 years, 19, 20. So in 8 years of these urges, you did nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, okay?
And you know what? It's interesting. You're not stupid, and a lot of guys are now sort of waking up. Devin in the chat says, congratulations, Pearl. She also says, women changed, men didn't. What are your thoughts on that? I don't think women have changed. I think the environment has changed. I think men and women, fundamentally, we've all been the same. It's just that the environment has changed. The vehicles with which we get together and court each other has changed. And listen, Instagram and social media have effectively destroyed traditional relationships between men and women.
Yeah, I just think women don't need to be traditional anymore.
Nope.
Riley Reid just got married.
Yeah, right.
Everyone has this revenge fantasy, like these women will have these terrible lives, but to be honest, like, they're going to be unhappy anyways.
Yeah.
Like, there's just unhappy people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right.
Even if she got a high value guy, she'd still be unhappy.
She's going to be miserable for the rest of her life.
Yeah. So there's no I don't know. Happy people just figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but even her, she could still get a guy. It wouldn't be.
And listen, you're right. Even her, she could still get a guy. But the joke is ultimately going to be on her. Number one, the guy that she gets is not going to be the guy that she wants. And the same could be said of most modern women who have followed her path to some degree. But just like you said, at some point, Pearl, a woman's body count reaches the point of demarcation in that no matter who you get with, no matter who you end up settling down with, tall, handsome, good looking, has the personality, good family, even if you were to lock that guy down, and let's keep it real, you probably will not. Even if Brittany Renner were to get a top 1%er who checked all the boxes, she is always going to be miserable. This is how sex affects women.
Correct. And that's the problem with the porn stars. They always divorce their husbands.
They do.
They'll just go on to the next one.
There you go. That's exactly right. She is Pearl Davis, the newly remonetized Pearl Davis. Woo! Again, listen, like I said, congratulations. Devin and I, listen, we love you to death. We think of you. We actually think of you as like our daughter.
I think of you guys as my aunt and uncle. So.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now see, there we go. Uncle Donovan, Auntie Devin. I like that. I
love Devin.
Yeah, Devin's the best. She's the best. Pearl.
She's so awesome. And they don't really, I don't think you get enough credit. I'm like, Donovan knows his shit. And I think people need to give you more credit. So,
well, listen, man, what I don't get in credit, they have certainly, the red pill's changed my life, both, socially, financially, and all that good stuff. But yeah, Devin is a product of me, of the things that I put her through. But to give her credit, I would not have taken her under my wing and properly trained her to be the woman that I wanted and needed her to be if I didn't recognize that she had the qualities to fulfill the roles that I needed and wanted her to fulfill in the first place. So, listen, I give her credit. And Myron tells me all the time, he's like, hey, look, dude, without Donovan Sharp, there would be no Fresh and Fit. And I disagree. We all see now that at some point, Myron would have figured this thing out. Now, the same doesn't go for Devin. If Devin had never met me, she tells me all the time, Donovan, you saved my life. She's like, I don't know where I would be today had you not approached me. So listen, all I need is credit from the people that I care about, the people that I love, people like you, my wife, Myron, Fresh, Waller, the Tate brothers, all that good stuff. Listen, man, credit is great, but at the end of the day, I'm just glad to be living a quiet, happy, life.
And you know what's crazy? All of our haters. Let's check in.
Yes.
So
yes. Let's do it.
In a happy relationship for 8 years, married.
Going on 9. On 9.
Years.
Yeah.
Destiny. Yeah. Caught a case, baby.
Not so much. Not so much.
Caught a case, a public divorce, and got left for a they them.
Let's
get left for a baller or something, not a they them.
What are your thoughts? And see, here's the thing: Myron and Destiny, they actually get along. They don't agree on much, but they get along. Myron respects Destiny and vice versa. What are your thoughts on Destiny? I mean, it's so funny, Pearl. He still talks shit about the red pill. Like, we all told him what would happen between him and Melina. It happened, and he's still talking shit about the red pill. What are your thoughts on Destiny? Where do you see Destiny ending up in 5 years? Like, seriously.
He'll just keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think he'll get more red pilled over time, and he's slowly starting to. He has a little bit of a more humble tune.
Does he now?
Shit, but I've seen his recent interviews. There's a little bit of humility coming back.
How about that? Stephen Bonnell?
I mean, when you were dating the trashy women that were terrible for you, no one could have told you different, right?
No, of course not. I was going to do it anyway. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then you got burned, and you're like,
a lot.
Slowly over time, you kind of were like, oh, shit.
Do you think, now see, here's the thing with Destiny. We all know with women, when the facts are presented to them, hey, you're not living the right way. What do, Pearl? They double down. They always double down. Do you think at some point, if Destiny has been or is red pill, do you think he'll ever come out and say, all right, guys, listen, man, you red pill guys, you got it right? Or is he just too prideful? Is his brand, at the point of no return to where he can't do that anymore?
I don't think he'll do that, but I think he might make new statements that are more red pilled.
Okay,
so he might
fair.
He won't come out and say he was wrong, but he might have more red pilled stances on things.
Okay.
That's what I'd predict. Never fully going, but him. Who else is ABBA and Preach? Still fat.
Yeah, still fat. Still fat. ABBA still has tits.
In the woman category because they snaked their friend. They threw Destiny under the bus.
Unbelievable,
They're
dude.
officially women.
Yeah. It's crazy. It is crazy. It's like everybody and listen, Pearl, you and I, we've been in this game long enough to know we've been screwed over by a lot of people. We really, really have. But I was actually shocked that Abba and Preach turned on Destiny. But now that I think of it, I shouldn't be, because do you remember the video where Melina was dancing with Abba right behind Destiny? They're sitting there like, ballroom dancing and this and that and the third, and Destiny is right there. So if this man is going to disrespect you and humiliate you with your own girlfriend on your live stream, the fact that they turned on Destiny shouldn't surprise anybody.
Yeah, and they turned on Fresh and Fit.
Oh, of course they. Oh yeah, that was absolutely crazy.
And there's never any humility from them, like
No.
saying that they were wrong.
Nope.
Or they just double. People make mistakes.
Sure.
I'll even point to myself as an example.
Yeah.
Like I did something similar to Fresh and Fit, but
Yeah.
at some point you got to realize, or I thought a lot of the red pill stuff was wrong, but then I realized you guys were right about freaking everything. Freaking everything. It's annoying. Freaking annoying.
Oh my god.
Like women when they hit 50.
Oh my dude. Oh dude. Hey, look, like I said, and the thing about the red pill, Pearl, and I think you and I have had personal conversations about this. Me personally, I didn't want to become an asshole to be good with women, but I'm a man. I'm a problem solver. I saw that women were not responding to the traditional treatment. I saw that they started rewarding asshole douchebag behavior. So I had to become an asshole and a douchebag to become successful with women. And listen, Devin's a great woman. She ain't a snowflake. A lot of my asshole douchebag traits probably would not be effective with her if she wasn't steeped in this, modern feminism, from way back in the day. So no one is immune
about that, and they crucify you for it because you're actually honest.
They crucify me for what?
Like, because you don't say Devin was this perfect angel.
Oh, yeah. Like, no.
None of their girlfriends are.
No, none of them are. I'm just the guy that admits it. And listen, man, I mean, yeah, Devin has a past. Most girls have a past. But I remember I was in a quote debate with Alex from Playing with Fire, and he actually made a very good point. He called me out on the fact that men don't want to wife up sluts. Men don't want to date hoes. And I said, that is correct. He said, but if, I'm understanding correctly, most women are hoes. And so what he said, he's like, look, so you don't want to date a hoe, but, you're going to end up dating a hoe. So what you should really say is you don't want to date women who act like hoes. I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Dude, I conceded that point.
You know what's more important than body count to men?
What's that?
They care more about not knowing anybody.
Yes, 100%.
That's
100%.
way more important.
100%.
A guy would take a 30 body count over a girl that slept with 2 of his friends.
There you go. Oh, dude, 1,000%, Pearl, 1,000%. And here's sort of the negative of being red pill aware. When you meet girls, it's like you can see and hear the way they talk. You can tell, okay, she slept with that guy. She has hoe tendencies here. It was really, really difficult for me in the beginning because I was recognizing all of Devin's hoe tendencies and I had to get it out of her. But going back to the whole body count thing, yeah, man, we don't want to know how many bodies. We don't want to know who they are. We don't want to know where. No, we don't want to know any of that stuff.
Nothing. Well, I do got to go. My piano guy is here. He's fixing my piano.
Tell him I said what it's up. Listen, Pearl, again, congratulations. Listen, Devin and I, we love you to death. And I guess we will see you on YouTube.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, Pearl. All right. Appreciate it.